Okay. Hello, dear enemy. Such an ugly afternoon. Greetings from the alternate universe. Okay, let's come back. Hello, dear friends. Good afternoon. Such a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. So this is Chinese New Year's Day, the first day, 大年初一, the first day after Chinese New Year's Eve. And it's raining in California. It's there is a big storm, torrential rain, and a huge storm. So there is something good about it because there is water. There is something not so good about it because it's a crowded sky and cloudy sky and feels a little bit feel heavy and feel dark. Anyway, I like when there is some rain and it's not the time to going out. Perfect for staying at home, warm and cozy, and make some stories. So today we are talking about the Chinese mythology 大禹治水. Dayu is a Chinese hero and used to be an emperor, but this is a mythology story. I do not know whether he existed or not. I have not seen. And he's older than my father's fathers, and to the power of 20, maybe. Yes, so it's a mythological story. And he controlled or managed or dealt with water. So let me first read the story in Chinese. 大禹治水是中国家喻户晓的一个上古时代的故事，讲述了夏朝后期的那个夏后氏，是夏后氏首领，他是一个首领。大禹治理滔天洪水，拯救万民这样一个故事。故事的背景是怎么回事呢？一开始是有洪水，在尧舜时代，黄河流域发生了好多水灾，大水淹没了农田和山林，百姓流离失所。黄河到现在也是有问题，长江、黄河水这个东西啊，它是个好东西，但是是很凶的。如果你管不好，如果他不听话，如果他生气，对不对？然后这个老发大水怎么办呢？大禹的父亲，他的父亲叫了一个名字，这个名字我很不好意思念出来，叫鲧，就是那个鲧。但是这个写法不一样，是左边一个鱼字旁，右边一个记东西的记，关系的系。大禹的爸爸叫鲧，他呢皇帝就说，天天发大水，你去治水吧。然后他就治水了，哪块有水了，要跑了，不是他给堵上，然后待会儿那个水就跑不掉了，就不会淹到旁边的地了。然后另一边那个水又堵了，他又给堵上了。所以呢，鲧的方法就是大禹的爸爸的方法，就是建堤、建大坝，建土堤、建打堤、建堤坝，然后把那个洪水给挡住。他就干了9年，挡住了，一会儿水又大了，又给冲跑了，又坏了，然后又挡，有一点像愚公移山似的，干了9年， 最后那个水还是不行，一下大水，还是要淹人，要淹那个土地。结果皇帝把他爸给杀了。这个时候，皇帝他把他爸杀了，就让他儿子来做。这个大禹呢，就当时是个小官儿，后来他就想，行，我得看看我爹怎么错了，我怎么给改变。所以大禹的策略呢是疏导为主。大禹总结了他爸爸失败的教训，改用了疏的方法。他带着老百姓开门凿龙门，疏通河道，让洪水啊顺着河床流向大海。为了测量地形，他亲自爬山涉水，腿上的毛都给磨光了。的确是，我现在天天游泳，我就发现我身上没毛了，好像是那个水里面的漂白剂呀、什么的，让你的身体特别光滑。游泳是个好事儿啊，水是好东西。所以大禹治水，大禹他爸爸的治水是堵，是防；大禹治水是疏导。你这块这个水，它要堤坝了，或者是要出事儿了，那我给你挖一个小洞，让这个水出去，它就不会把这个不会造成这一下子水淤的太高，然后把这个东西都给漾出来，对不对？所以他就修了好多这样的。有的时候这个路是一条山挡着，他就开山凿洞，是有一点像河南的红旗渠似的，他就开山凿洞，就做了好多这样的工作，把龙门都给打开了。这当然是个故事，就是然后他爬山涉水，就看这个水的这个路怎么走，这个河都有它的河道啊，他就找出一个最好的方法，让这个河水都从边上走过去，就不会再突然一下子太多，然后就把水给治了。大禹治水还有3个故事，是3过家门而不入。他治水的第3年的时候，大禹大禹治水一共用了13年，他爸爸用了9年，他用13年就给治好了。有一次，他路过他们家门口，这个时候他的妻子正要生孩子。大禹说：“我要治水，我要干我的工作。”都没看他孩子去生孩子。第2次，他孩子开始学说话了，开始会叫爸爸妈妈，叫爸爸了。他听说了，他也没回去，因为他要治水。第3次，孩子都长高了，成大人了，快来找他了，他也没回去。3次没进家门，所以大禹治水3入家门而不入，这也是一个非常非常大公无私的一个典范。反正就是因为他没进家门，结果这水就治成了。看来家也没那么重要。所以后来成立了夏朝，由于大禹治水成功，那个当时的皇帝尧舜呢，舜将部落首领的位置，那个时候舜是部落首领，他一看，哟，大禹你把水治好了，你挺棒的，反正我也老了，我该休息退休了，打高尔夫球去了，什么去家含饴弄孙呐、什么之类的，就把这个大禹的这个位置让给就把部落首领这个位置让给了大禹。大禹然后就划分了9州，铸造了9个鼎。这个时候，中国的第1个王朝夏朝就开始建立了。夏朝以后，夏商周啊，夏朝以后就有了一个大鼎，夏鼎，就是中国历史就开始有字儿了，就没有那么多神话了，不是那么多的神话。Okay, let me try to explain it in English. Okay, now let me tell it in Chinese. because through telling it let me tell it in English. Through telling it in Chinese, I actually review myself a little bit of the story. So the story is 大禹治水. Dayu is a Chinese hero in Chinese mythology, and he controlled the water, managed the water, and solved the problem of flood. So the background of it is that in Yao Shun 时代, it's just a long time ago. It's older than your father's fathers, or grandfathers. It's just a very long time ago in mythology time. And in Yellow River is very famous for its uncontrollable flood. Even nowadays, still there is from time to time, a few years that there is one problem. It's just water is very powerful. So Yellow River has a huge, catastrophic flood, and the flood flooded the land, flooded the mountain, flooded people's house. People lost their house. So the emperor at that time, or the tribal leader, ordered Dayu's father. His father's name is Gun. Asked Gun, Dayu's father, to control the water, to manage to solve the water problem, to solve the torrential annual flood, a seasonal flood problem. So his father used the method of damming. So if there is water, he make a dam to build a boundary. So use a lot of boundary. But if there is another rain, or if there is a bigger rain, the dam or the boundary will be flooded out. So it was not successful. 9 years, he built the boundary, he built the dam, and the dam was flooded out. Was not successful for 1 year. For 9 years, the emperor was not happy. I want you to do one thing for your life, and you cannot do it right. Killed him. So Dayu's father was killed. And now it's Dayu's turn, the son's turn, to control the water. Well, if someone killed the father, usually people will not work for the emperor, but Dayu is a good one. He thought about the people. So he took over the responsibility. So he thought about his father's method. His father always building dam. That may not be a good way. So he thought, maybe I can find a better way I can find another way, because my father's way didn't work. So he built up openings, shu. He followed the rivers or riverbed trend and see where is the problem. And see the place where there is a suddenly flood. Maybe it needs to open up a little bit and let the water have a side way to go. And where to find the best side way. See, so he go across the mountain, across the river. He goes, and sometimes when there is hills, he dig the hill. There is mountain, he dig the mountain, and build tunnels and things, and then the water is controlled because it has a lever, it has a way to distribute the pressure. And in his practice, he worked for 13 years. He managed, and now the water has no more problem. And there were stories that he has been working so hard, so focused, never distracted. 3 times he passed by his home. He did not enter his home. He did not knock on the door, knocked on his own door. The first time his wife was pregnant and about to deliver a baby. And in the delivery time, in the making baby time, he was walking on the dam, and he did not entering home. He did not go home to see his wife, his newborn child. The second time, his child was learning to speak, and he knew he wanted to see his child. He didn't go to see because he wanted to focus on the work. And the third time, his child is growing up, can talk and can communicate with him, but he was focusing on his job. He did not go back home. So 3 times, at the price of not seeing family and home, he focused on the work and made it 13 years. Actually, this is kind of explaining a little bit about the Chinese philosophy or Chinese mentality in comparison with other countries. I remember there was one time, not that there was 40 years ago, long time ago, I worked for a foreign company, Western company, European company. I will not talk about the particular country name. I work for this company, and every time when we work for architectural design firm, and there was one architect coming to visit China, and each time he must visit for no more than 1 week. So we ask why you do not travel for more than 1 week. Stay a little bit longer, because he need to go back home to see see his wife. And we were just a few days more. It's okay. And he said that in their country there is a law. If you are not living together for 1 month or 3 months or something, you can divorce. Well, anyway, it's not a legal. You do not need to make a legal argument for this matter, but just how surprised we are when we hear this, we Chinese. Family get divorced because husband travel. This is unheard of. Anyway, nowadays people get divorced, not even because of travel. Even when they live together, they get divorced. Anyway, at that time, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, China divorcing it's a big deal. Yeah, now it's yeah. So just some side talk about it. So because Dayu, he made a good success controlling water, so the emperor thought, that's a good guy. We can trust him. And 13 years, and coming back home, have chance to see family. He didn't see. He must be a determined, dedicated person. So when the emperor or tribal leader of his particular tribe getting old. He did not, the emperor or the tribal leader, Shun, did not give the power to his own son, to his own other minister. He thought, Dayu is a good guy. Let me give my power to this guy. I can trust him. Yeah. That is the first power transfer, not through kinship or blood inheritance. And from then, from Dayu, China's first emperor, China's first dynasty, Xia Chao, Xia dynasty started. Here is the transition from mythological story into written history. After Xia dynasty, China started to have written history. And China made some ding, how do I pronounce it? It's kind of a pot. You know, in Sumerian there is a clay pot, and in Egypt there is papyrus writing. It's a writing system, and in China, in Xia dynasty, we start to have copper, and in the bronze and the copper pot for boiling water, for putting wine as a container. In this kind of pot, we start to engrave letters, engrave writings on it. So that's the starting of Chinese written history. And what I am telling this story is before the Chinese written history. So it's a mythological story. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Bye. Yeah. Bye, 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 bye.